Good morning, welcome to your Wallops Island daily weather briefing. Starting off with some mostly cloudy conditions at the moment as we have some cloud cover that's built in the area ahead of a boundary that we'll be pushing through as we go throughout the day today. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have high pressure over the center of the country that will be building into the northeast behind this boundary that is draped over the local area as it pushes through today. We'll see warm temperatures today ahead of that boundary, and then as it pushes through, we'll see some breezy conditions pick up for our Tuesday and slightly cooler temperatures as well, and get away from some of this unseasonably warm temperatures. Take a look at the upper level winds from this morning's balloon sounding. We do have some west-southwesterly winds near the surface at 1,000 feet, around 23 knots. Becoming weaker as we go up through the column, as well as becoming more westerly as we go through the column, and then northwesterly at 25,000 knots, where we have a secondary peak wind around 20 knots. The freezing level is at 14,000 feet. Take a look at the local radar at the moment. Latest scan showing some showers that we saw bubbling up earlier have started to dissipate as expected. Can't rule out a very slight chance of seeing a slight sprinkle as this boundary continues to push through the area, but shouldn't be anything too significant or too measurable as we go throughout the morning hours. If we take a look at the current visible satellite, we could see the cloud cover, a lot of stratus clouds in the region out ahead of this boundary, as well as some of those more bubbled up clouds with the shower activity. But again, we'll see that start to dissipate as we go through the next couple hours, and the stratus will start to clear out of here as we get that front pass through the local area and get into the afternoon hours. If we take a look at the GFS model for the longer term, again, expected things to remain dry for the next couple of days. Behind that front, we'll have high pressure building into the northeast, and we'll have this subtropical system, Nicole, off to the southeast. That's going to help to tighten the pressure gradient over the local area, bringing us some breezy to slightly breezy conditions over the next couple of days, with some breezy winds out of the northeast or onshore as we go over the next couple of days. And then we will remain dry as we get into the middle of the week, but as this subtropical system starts to move into the Florida area, still some uncertainty as to the exact track of this storm, but it will likely bring some moisture up into the local region as we get later into the week, looking at some shower activity, possibly moving into the area as we go throughout the day, or the later portion of the day Friday, and continuing into our Saturday before a boundary comes through and clears things out as we go into the day on Sunday, drying things out. But we will see some breezy conditions as we go into the weekend as well, with this tight pressure gradient and strong front moving into the area. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart, we are green across the board throughout the Monday hours, and then as we get into Tuesday, we'll see those chances of stronger winds start to come into the forecast as we start off yellow, becoming orange as we get into the later morning hours on Tuesday. Good chance of seeing a wind advisory, as we do expect to see some pretty strong gusts, around 12 to 17 knots, with some gusts up to 25 knots out of the northeast to start our day on Tuesday. But for today, expecting south-southwesterly winds becoming more westerly to northwesterly as we go throughout the day today. A warm day, should see a temperature around 77 degrees before the cooler air comes in behind the front, so very unseasonably warm for today. We'll keep that very slight chance of a light sprinkle as that boundary moves through this morning, and then we'll see those clouds and those chances clear out of here as we get into the afternoon hours, and we'll see mostly clear conditions this evening. Things will be able to cool down to around 48 degrees for Tuesday morning, and again those winds will start to pick up out of the northeast as we start our work day on Tuesday. Tides are running normal at the moment and will likely trend slightly above normal as we go over the next couple of days with that strong onshore breeze. Looking at our Tuesday, expecting a mostly sunny day, but we'll have breezy conditions. We have an orange risk for our winds at or above 25 knots, and expecting a high of around 60 degrees. As we go into Tuesday evening, expecting a mostly clear to partly cloudy evening, as well as likely seeing slightly breezy conditions lingering around into the evening hours. From Tuesday, expecting a low around 47, and we are yellow for those winds at or above 25 knots. As we go into Wednesday, we'll see a partly cloudy to partly sunny day, as we have a good chance of seeing some low-level clouds building in the area off the water, but expecting slightly breezy conditions to continue. We are yellow for those winds at or above 25 knots, and we'll have a high a couple degrees warmer to Tuesday, a high around 62 degrees. We look at the extended forecast. As we get into Wednesday, things will continue to trend slightly warmer, expecting a high around 68 for Thursday, with clouds starting to increase as we go throughout the day Thursday, with some of that moisture coming up from that system from the south. As we go into Thursday evening, expecting a low in the upper 50s, and then going into Friday, expecting a warm day with a high around 70 degrees, and then we'll see those rain chances start to move in for the second half of the day Friday, looking at about a 60% chance, and that chance continues overnight Friday and into the most of the day on Saturday. So Saturday, expecting a cloudy day with rain showers, good chance of rain showers, and we'll see that breeze pick up on Saturday as well, expecting a high around 69. And as we go into Saturday evening, things will start to clear out of here. We'll have that boundary moving through with temperatures cooling, expecting a low around 43. And as we go into Sunday, again, continue slightly breezy conditions, but we'll see clearer skies with a high around 60 degrees. Well, that will wrap up the Wallops Island Daily Weather Briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 at 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day.